What's up? Trash talking with the old heads. We at it once again. NFL Week 1 in the books. It's back. Football is really in full effect again, fellas.
We swinging and banging.
What it do? G, what's happening, bro?
You know what I say. No excuses. Play like a champion, in Week 2.
Hold on, waiting on this one. What it do, JW?
You know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
What it do, JW?
What's really going on?
I play like a champion when you can be champion. You see them Gators right now.
Man, kick that shit
We
off
got
the
something
table.
for LSU today. We got something. We got something for LSU tomorrow.
And then got a Utah Jazz hat on, bro.
Yeah, what's wrong with
What's
that?
the deal?
Hey, man, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in Utah.
By legends, legendary.
The greatest shot since 98. Is that what they say?
So now you get the context. Okay.
We'll get to that later on in the trash, you know what I'm saying? But before we get to anything, do not forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Trash talking with the old heads. YouTube. Hey, got a full night's rest, my boy. My mind is working, my boy. I'm on it, my boy. Trash talking with the old heads, man.
Standing
on
YouTube.
Also, you can join
that was flawless.
You can join the Facebook
That was a
group,
flawless
man.
execution.
Trash talking with the old heads, where we talk a bunch of shit on the Facebook group, all about sports on the group.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But we got to start Week 1. Let's get to it.
Recapping Week 1.
We just gonna do it like this: the best and the worst.
Best in the world. We had a lot of things.
There's a lot of things happening. We all know about the great game on Sunday night. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Every day that's been talked to death. It's Friday now, so give me your takeaways, G.
Yeah, so we're doing best.
Give me
for
your
all
best.
3, and then we're going back to the
give
worst.
Me your best. Yeah, give me your best performance.
All right, best performance.
Team wise.
Best performance. I said it last. Oh Lord, that's my.
That's somebody. Hey, that's what happened when you're doing things like that. Cut. No, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Cut. That's the wifey call.
You already know. Want something. You know what I'm saying?
Best of the week. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my automobiles? Can you pay my telephone bills? It was the Bills and Josh Allen, man. It should have been the Ravens and Derrick Henry. That's what it should have been.
Giving up 40?
But they fumbled that shit away.
But giving up 40 on
I said the Bills and Josh Allen. You know
okay. So Josh, the offense.
It should have been the Ravens.
Okay.
It should have been Derrick Henry.
Okay.
It should have been possibly Lamar Jackson. They should not have punted that ball away. Should not have punted the ball away. But gotta give the Bills their credit. Yeah, they gave up 40, but they kept scrapping. The defense made a play, punched the ball out of Derrick King Henry's hand. And Josh was money all night. Now, he did get a little assist from Chris Collinsworth all night with all that glazing and slobbing he was doing on that man's manhood, but, pause. But, yeah, I got to go with the Bills.
All right, Jerry.
And Josh Allen.
Best performance.
I got to go with the old ball coach. The Chargers really impressed me.
The old boss, Steve Spurrier? What are we doing?
Talking about old khaki pants.
Yeah, he ain't the old ball coach. He khaki
Call
pants.
him the old ball
You
coach.
can't get that man another man's name.
Justin Herbert did a great job in the first game. Kansas City looked like they got some work to do. I don't like the offense. I don't like the defense over there in KC either.
Damn.
But specifically, the offense. They got to get their receiving core up. They got to get Kelsey more touches. I know he had a touchdown or whatnot, but all of it was null and void as the Chargers were in control of the game the entire time. Harbaugh called a good game. Herbert pitched a perfect game, in my opinion, and he sealed it
With the slide.
with the all-you-can uppercut.
Right.
No doubt about it.
All right,
it was definitely a big game.
That was a big
for
game for the Chargers, yes, sir. I can agree.
I'm had to go with the obvious, man. And my wife will love this. Got to be Go Pack Go. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be the Pack. The Cheeseheads. You know what I'm saying? The Lions. How many games did they win last year? 15. You know what I'm saying?
15.
The way they handled them, and we'll get into them a little bit later, but the way they handled them, the way the defense looked particularly. With Micah, they could be a problem, though. I don't make no proclamations after 1 week. But they could be a problem on defense with Micah coming off that edge. You know what I'm saying? With
Could
him,
be.
Gary on the other end, your boy Van Ness.
We'll talk
you know what I'm
about
saying?
them in a
We'll
second.
get to them. You know what I'm saying? But they could be a problem. I just thought overall they played the best all-around game that I saw. It was a close second with the Chargers for me. You know what I'm saying? They played a really good all-around, and I was really glad to see Herbert play that way all night long for real. But I'm going to go with the Pack because I think they're a more balanced team than the Chargers. So for me,
Go Pack,
the better
go.
performance was the Pack. Now, on the other end of the coin,
Waste.
flip
Worse.
side, worst performance, JW, who you got?
The Lions. It's got to be the Lions. All last season, you talked about the offensive line.
Offensive line.
All
Worse.
season long.
They lost some of them interior players.
They
man.
ran into a lot of defensive trouble with injuries late in the season. They had some offensive injuries too, but they found a way. They found a way. They ultimately turned back into the Lions at the end of the season by losing that final game.
The physicality was missing for them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Worse.
That was definitely my next thing I was going to. They looked soft.
Yeah.
They looked soft. They looked. They didn't look sharp. They definitely didn't put. They're not putting up the points. You know, they put up They led the league last year.
Think the coordinator's really gonna come back to bite them, losing both of them?
It has to. You know, like I told y'all, I when I read on them, I put offensive and defensive coordinators together and just thinking they lost one. They lost both. It's going to be tough for them to overcome that.
We got plenty of time to get into them. Hey, I'm gonna have to play my put that Drake on that worst behavior, because who was on their worst behavior for me? Them damn Fins down in Miami and Tua. Hey, it's a trend going on. I'm naming the quarterback and the team.
Yeah.
Tua was as bad
they went to
as
India
I've
later.
ever seen.
Yeah.
A 3.8 QBR. 3.8 with 3 turnovers. He was horrible.
That's it. The vibes around that
The
whole
defense
team,
made The defense made Danny Dimes look like Peyton Manning back in 1998. He had a QBR of 87 with 272 yards passing on 22 of 29 passing.
Daniel Jones.
What's that, about 70% passing?
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes. Mr. Fumble in the open field. Not fumble, but stumble in the open field.
Why are the rest of the talking heads trying to give Tyreek a pass? I see a lot of people apologizing for Tariq. I told y'all last year I thought they should have moved off of Tariq.
I think they're gonna end up moving him.
Yeah,
for real.
I mean, you can't get rid of a talent like
I
that.
think you can't do it yet, but I think when they go to like 1-4, 2-5, I told you who I thought the first coach fired was going to be. It's going to be McDaniels. He's going to be the first one fired this year.
I think
that team still has no identity after all these years.
Oh yeah,
They got no identity
other than losing against good teams.
Right.
That's what I was going to say too. Mike McDaniel has lost his shine as the boy.
Yes.
So the first thing you do, in my opinion, the first thing I would do would be get rid of Tyreek Hill, because that's going to send a message to everybody else. Anybody can go. Anybody can get it.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. He got too much off the court, off the field. I told y'all that last year.
Yeah.
You having all these babies. That's crazy.
You got the domestic violence.
That's crazy.
Allegation.
And then at the end of the season,
we gotta say allegedly.
At the end of the season, you want to talk. You want to talk about getting out. You tweeting and stuff, subtweeting and all this passive aggressive. You want to get back with
let him go.
Kansas City.
Should've got rid
Get
of
out of here.
Yeah.
You can't. Your heart and mind can't be in two places. You can't serve two masters. Get him out of there, and then at the end of the season, let the chips fall where they may. McDaniels, you next. He going to the games with his teammates. He on the front row with his team, with the team and all of that. If you gonna go to a game, any sports, take the whole team. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker never loved us.
Gotta go.
But speaking of getting him out of here, Russ.
Already.
Go home to Sierra,
I said that last week.
Go home to Sierra,
As soon
Go ahead and go home, dog.
As soon as he have his first bad game,
go home, dog.
The tiki torches was coming out.
I don't think they're ready to do it because that offensive line is a mess. But of course, they my worst. That was the worst performance of the weekend.
A mess.
It's a mess. That was the worst performance of the weekend last weekend, dog. They couldn't do nothing right. He fumbling in the red zone as usual.
He got a move ball off.
Right. Neighbors arguing with the coach and
both of these quarterbacks. I got Neighbors and McLaurin. Scary Terry is my starting wide receivers. Law.
Oh,
I won first week, but you know.
yeah, me either. But
When
yeah,
you
they were
pick
definitely
12,
worse
you
for
have
me.
to hit the last of the last.
And I think we could be seeing Jackson Dart by halftime. If they look as bad against y'all as your Cowboys as they did last week, it's up for
Hopefully.
us. It's over for us.
Yeah, shit.
But let's get on to this week, brothers. Let's talk about last night. Commanders, Packers. The Pack that I just talked about looked good again. You know what I'm saying?
Commandos.
Made my boy. I'll call him my boy. You know what I'm saying? Look bad. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look very good at all.
What have I been telling y'all about anointing these?
What have I been telling y'all about road teams on short weeks? Don't mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with it.
You should have had that in your cash. But all I'm saying
it would have been had we been shooting before the game. You know
all I'm saying is that we cannot. I'm not saying Jaden Daniels is going to be a bad quarterback. He has all the tools. He got a good arm. He's accurate,
mobile,
and he's very mobile. One of the highest. Excuse me. But we have anointed. You know, I've seen in some rankings they had him as high as 5. As one of the, you have to establish.
Yeah.
Like I said,
got to back it up.
Minimum of 3 years.
Got to back it up, right?
Minimum of 3 years of performance.
I'm okay with 2, but you got to do the 2 before we start putting you up.
Well, if you had 2, they got to be phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he puts together another one like last year, then he legit. You know what I'm saying?
But 2 is still too little to say 5.
To be fair,
when you have 4 elite quarterbacks that we know are elite.
To be fair, if you're seeing them as high as 5, that's based on last year's performance.
Right.
Last year's performance was historical.
Right.
For a rookie and
that's what they based it on. What else was it to be based off of?
So
unless you're gonna go Nick Wright and include his college performance.
To me, I'm not going. Although the quarterback always gets the blame, I'm not going to put it all on him. I think what we're seeing right now, especially with the Pack, is the Micah effect. Teams haven't figured out how they want to approach that yet, because they obviously, these first 2 teams have probably tried to counter it the same way it's been done all along when he was with the Cowboys. Well, that's obviously not working. So they got to figure out. You talk about triple teaming and trying to run at him. That's not working.
He's not playing.
I was about to say he's situational pass rusher right now.
Situational player. Yeah. Right. He's not playing all the rest.
When he's on the field, you got to account for him. So teams are trying the same thing that they've usually done. Right now, that's not working. They got to figure out. They got to figure out the Pack
game against Detroit. He had a solid game.
He had an impact.
Yeah,
he
got the sack and he
had like 5 or 6 hurries. He had a better game that game than I thought he had last night. You know what I'm saying?
I'd seen a couple times he was. Well, I mean, Mike is a great player. He's gonna have an impact.
He impacts that.
He's gonna have an impact. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's more of what they've done in the running game that has. You know what I'm saying, has been impressive so far this season. They've allowed 46 yards in the first game, 51 yards in the second game, 97 total yards rushing against, the Detroit Lions. But again, we had to look at, the interior of that line is different. The Redskins.
Commanders.
The Commanders, I'm sorry. They've never really been a serious running attack anywhere outside of Jaden Daniels throwing yards.
They had a pretty good attack last, but that boy Connerly they drafted, he looked like he didn't look very good, dog. He was getting abused last night at right tackle, dog.
He was getting abused, and if they wasn't double teaming Michael or anybody else that was leaving, number 90 to get loose. But what I saw was the Commanders really playing it really, really safe. I didn't see any downfield throws. I think they said Jaden Daniels averaged like 9 point some yards per attempt.
Leads me to Cliff Kingsbury, it's like you didn't know how to attack a zone. Like
that might be a problem for him.
Yeah, I was disappointed in the way they attacked last night, but they were still in there. It was 17-10. They just couldn't get a stop. Green Bay went down and answered that touchdown and pretty much ended it.
Yeah.
It was still a game though, and they played terribly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not out on them completely,
And
but
I ain't all the way bought in on.
But I'm not all the way
just
bought
this
in.
dominant team.
Right, exactly. I'm not there with them yet either. You know what I'm saying? So
you got to have a couple weeks of performance, at least
give
a month.
me a month.
Give me a month.
Then
ask me at the end of
that's
September.
why we haven't done our rankings yet either. We take a month. You know what I'm saying? Let me see 4 games. Then we'll start doing the rankings. You know
We
what I'm
know
saying?
that the NFL is a week to week. That's why betting the NFL is so hard. It's easier college betting than it is NFL because you never
Even
know.
though I was 2-1 last week though. Cash talk, baby. Hey.
$20 up.
But yeah, man. So let's get to the other big games coming up this weekend, bro. Bears, Lions. Let's start there, man. Caleb Williams, man. Gee, is he ever gonna be worthy of that number 1 pick, man? I seriously.
I'm not confident.
I'm scared. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm scared.
Just like his college, his that second season at that he was at USC, his first year at USC, his first
Oklahoma.
season at Oklahoma when he came in for Spencer Rattler. You know what I'm saying? He looked great. If you know what I'm saying, transpose that to what it was Monday night, that first quarter, first half,
You saw
he
the
looked
promise,
great.
right?
The guy had a off-target percentage of 30%. This is not, you know what I'm saying, just people dropping balls or they had
Right.
good coverage. These were wide open throws that could have been completed had he put the ball on the money.
And, yeah, one of them was a touchdown.
It's
He
like
was
once Brian Flores started turning up the heat, he reverted. That's what worries me about him. He can't seem to get out. I mean, he's young, so I don't want to put a nail in his coffin or nothing. But he reverts back to the backyard stuff that he did at USC, and to me, that's going to be an issue for him. That's how he likes to play.
What is
Like I told Mark,
the
that's
side
how
arming
and just roll it out for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Not just getting
Not
happy
seeing
feet
the
for no
field.
reason, right? You know what I'm saying? And wanting to make a big play when the easy play is right there. You know what I'm saying?
But that don't account for the off-target throw. Had he made those throws,
But the pressure though, I think when he gets pressured, that's who he is though.
His biggest problem is reverting back to how he played in college. They gotta break him of that. Of course, the last coaching regime was not able to do it. This coaching regime has been trying to do it, but I think they coddled him in the preseason. They should have let him go through the fire in the preseason. Let him out. If I was coaching, I would have let him run the team for like a time period, not just
a series here,
right, not
series
just a
there.
series. I would be like, okay, we running 7 minutes.
I
today.
found this on the
running
web.
5 minutes today. That's how I would have.
where you got it
approached this
from?
game, but. He is what he is.
Yeah,
he finished
is.
the season last year. I was going to mention that he finished the season last year with the highest percentage of bad throws, which was like 26%, something like that. So
he was worse than Mac Jones.
Right. So you starting, oh Lord, which is our starting quarterback now, but that's neither. He has some work to do. If I was going to pick this game,
Well,
we're going to
Mac Jones had one of his off-target throws wasn't that bad though. You know what I'm saying? But he was not great, but it was just a reference point. It was people that was worse than Mac Jones.
Well, my thing,
Mac Jones, who? Get ready for
But yeah, man. So with Caleb, man, we'll see, man. But I guess
on the other side though, the Lions.
Yeah.
They got
Can
work
they
to
get
do
back
too.
to form? Right.
They got work to do.
That physicality that we talked about, like, can they regain it? I mean, they lost. People didn't really talk about it, but losing those interior linemen, that was big for them, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal for them.
So y'all, when we talked last night, I heard, and you said this in the last week when we talked about them, and you said it earlier today, the loss of the coordinators. Is that, to me, that's enough to put you in a, you know what I'm saying, to make you start out rough, to have some inconsistencies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially against a good defense, but the culture is there. I like what Dan Campbell is as a head coach.
Right.
Now, he takes some unnecessary gambles sometimes, but I think that creates an environment where the players want to play for him. So I don't think that's gonna be a lasting
The question is
impact this season.
But the question is though, is that a temporary thing where they're learning the differences between, like, say, this
it's
OC,
temporary.
or is it a Philly situation from a couple years ago where you just got the wrong dudes?
Well,
It could be either. You know what I'm saying? It could be. We don't know yet. It's too early to tell.
That's gonna take like
Philly decided we got the wrong people. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you one thing that they are going through just from playing sports growing up. Sometimes when you go from one coach to the other, you got to think about the coach they had on offense at least been so creative. When you going in and you installing the playbook and you see those plays, when you put Madden in for the first time and you looking for the new, like, oh my goodness, look at this play, you ain't never seen it before.
Right.
The players see that too. They know they're like, man, this is crazy.
Right.
That's what I'm going through now with my transition
to 26. Right.
Now you come down to just a regular coach installing regular offenses that you've seen before and trying to trick it out or whatever, but it ain't that level of creativity.
And get yourself up for practice.
You it's a drop off there, so they got to get used to. They got to get used to what's going on.
I don't say, and it could be that what you said is very valid. That could be a situation, but I don't think they will go away from what worked. Maybe that offensive coordinator has to have the time and the rhythm to understand how these plays fit within his offense. Having to understand that. That's what I'm saying. It's an adjustment.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about that. It's the lack of physicality that kind of worries.
What worries me is, and that could speak to that too, is the loss of those 3 interior offensive linemen. That would worry me more than the coordinator.
Me too. I'm with you. I agree. We'll see. I'm not picking this game, but if I were, I would take the Lions to bounce back though and cover the 6.
I think
that's just me. I think they're gonna beat the Bears down.
I think I would go with Caleb if I was picking it.
Oh, what? I'm going Lions
all day.
Detroit
all day long.
He looked better.
Detroit football
than their whole game.
Man, all you gotta do is blitz him and he out of there. You know what I'm saying? All right, Super Bowl rematch, JW. Chiefs, Eagles. So if Jalen wins again, bro, so let's say Jalen pull it off again, do that make him a top 5 QB?
No.
Beating Mahomes again?
No. I'm not ready to put him in the top 5.
I don't know why
Jalen
not.
Can't get no respect.
I don't know why
Jalen can't
get no respect.
I don't think it's disrespect to not have him in the top 5 because and the only reason you're talking about him being in the top 5 is because of the winning. There's nobody there's nobody that can say throughout the regular season last year, that is, and then counting his first game, that
he was the best.
He played good in the first game.
It was his running. It was definitely not the passing.
See, that's what we got to get past, though.
We talked.
Hold on. He had 200 yards passing.
Right.
Listen, as long as the quarterback position is a position on the NFL field, passing is a huge responsibility of the quarterback.
Right.
This man and this coach did not get their best receiver, a top 10 receiver, one target until the fourth quarter of the game. That is inexcusable. I will ride that until the season is over.
There have been plenty of games where, maybe the number one receiver didn't get targeted based on what the defense was doing.
If it becomes an issue, then okay, I'm with you. But I can't base that off just one guy. It's a problem.
What we can base it on.
We had a whole season last year.
What we can base it on is that when Jalen plays the best of the best, he shines. Out of 4 games, these are his last 4 games against the Chiefs. 387 yards, 2 touchdowns. 304 yards, 1 touchdown. That was the Super Bowl. He did have a not so good game, 150 yards, 1 interception. But then in the Super Bowl again, 17 of 22, 221, 2 touchdowns and an interception and the MVP.
It goes back to that same question we often ask in basketball: how much emphasis do you put on the winning?
And how much
over
do you
the
put
individual
on the stats?
stats?
Because what Jalen does have in droves, and we've seen it from the first time he stepped foot in T-Town, is the intangibles, the leadership, the traits that say, regardless if I mess up, I'm going to get bounced back the next play. We've seen that happen time and time again, regardless of how down I have been placed in a negative situation. When it's my time, when my number is called, count on me. We've seen it happen.
So can winning in big moments with no non-elite stats make you elite? Can you be elite?
winning in big moments.
Winning,
Yes.
but you don't have elite stats. But you win when it matters.
We have a 1 year, again, a 1 year trend. This is, how long Jalen's been in the league now? What, 5 years?
5 years.
5, 6 years? Yeah. So this has been established not only in the NFL, but we've seen it in college too. And this is where you can marry the two, because there's a trend that we're seeing from Jalen that says, I am a winner. I am a winner. I can pass big.
But we talking about the top 5 though. Does that make him a top 5 QB?
What we talking about is if
he wins.
If he wins this game,
right?
Hold on. When you edit this, you're gonna see that you cut me off, and I never did get my thought off.
All right, my bad. Go ahead.
Both of y'all going off on the stuff I wanted to say. I was gonna give him his props as when he's played the Chiefs and played in big games, he has been the best player on the field. Even when they lost the Super Bowl to KC 2 years ago, he was the best player on the field until the fumble.
Right.
He was doing everything perfect passing.
The fumble happened early in the game.
And then he cleaned it up.
He was great after that fumble.
And then when you fast forward to this very first game, he stayed in control of the game. And again, he was the best player on the field he was the best player on the field, but in the passing game, it was too cautious. I know that's him. That's the coach, and then him. You playing too cautious. You trying to control the game with the run game. That's beautiful, but you gotta get your best receiver the ball. 1 target, 4th quarter. That's ridiculous. You got to get that. Now, top 5. I don't see him as a top 5 quarterback right now. He's definitely a top 10 with the wins, but I need to see that ball let go.
Where you got him? If you win the game, where is it for you?
I got him at 5, because if we have to analyze who's at 5, who's at 6, who's at 7,
right,
who's at 8.
You probably like Stafford. These are people normally say. Stafford, your boy from the Commanders, Herbert,
Jaden Daniels.
No, I'm saying that's who people are saying.
Yeah.
It's
so
like
I would give you Stafford.
I'm taking those 4 out of it. Those 4 already
got them 4 out. We got Burrow. We got Mahomes. We got
that 4 is already separated.
Lamar. We got Josh Allen.
So those 5 you always talk about.
The elite.
Stafford, Herbert, Jaden Daniels.
Jalen Hurts, Prescott, and Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield is people.
So out of those, who is?
So where do you have him in that group?
Who's
definitely better than him?
Other than maybe Stafford. Stafford maybe
because he's got a Super Bowl. So okay,
and he's put up numbers.
Right.
After watching Week 1, I will have Herbert at 5.
Ooh.
That's prisoner of the moment. That's prisoner of the moment.
We're talking about one game, so all of us are prisoner of the moment.
No, we're taking a snapshot of Jalen's history.
Right.
We're not just saying one game.
Versus Herbert's history. Who would be
history.
5th?
It's Jalen all day. Herbert ain't done nothing.
Blew a playoff game.
He put up some numbers somewhat, but he's also put up some negative numbers. And his winning has been
a lot of losing seasons.
We're having a different
4 interception games in the playoffs.
We're having a different conversation then, because you're talking career. I'm talking about specifically play.
Yeah, right now. You have to factor in the career. You don't just take it at a snapshot.
Because if I'm talking about right now at this moment, who's the 5th best quarterback in the league?
If we take it at a snapshot, then you can't count Joe Burrow because he had a horrible game.
Right.
If you're looking at
Pat Mahomes didn't have a great game.
If you're looking at if you're looking at their careers,
that's what we're looking at.
Then you can consider him a top 5 quarterback easily.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
I was looking at it as the way that
somebody that's gonna put up 300 yards and.
It don't have to be 300. It just you just can't. You're making AJ Brown look pedestrian. That's my thing. To the point that he doesn't enjoy playing with you. That's a problem. And it ain't because he's not fire. It's play calling, and I guess that's what I attribute to. Get him the ball, man.
You got Saquon. You got a good tight end, so you're not going to get 12 targets every game.
And you got a history that says this works. So
of course, you got Saquon, but the passing game and the run game is supposed to
Married
support
together.
each other.
And they do.
If this is some of the past elite quarterbacks, it's a perfect marriage. The reason why it's not is because, hey, let's just tell the truth. He's not there with his passing skills. That's just the truth. That's just the truth, and that's why the coach Sirianni is being as cautious as he is with it and not letting him go. That's just the truth.
I would say it is more so the fact that Jalen is not gonna throw the ball all over the field. He's not gonna.
I would have him
Don't
at
have
6.
to.
I would have him at 6, but it's definitely if you win the game. I got him at. I think Stafford. I would take Stafford over him at this point. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I wouldn't is because of the age. But if you just talking to talent and take the age out of it, I'll have Stafford ahead of him.
Yeah, but you're doing that because Stafford got a more talented passing.
He had 100. Now last year
And
was
he's
a
already
drop
won.
off. Last
And he
year was
won.
a drop off, but let's not act like he's.
There.
Last year was a drop off, but when he was in Tennessee, he had 106 targets, 105 targets his last year at Tennessee. His first year at Philadelphia, 88 targets.
Oh, it's been going down.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm sorry. It was 145. He had 88 receptions.
Right, and
he had 150,
and that's been cut.
He had
he
had 158 targets in 2023. So let's not act like he ain't been getting targeted. He had 145 his first year in Tennessee. So in Tennessee, he got the most targets in 2 years than he did in his 2 years or 3 years in Tennessee.
Which is why he got books on the
In
sideline.
Philadelphia, I mean. Last year was his lowest one since his rookie year.
Which is why he is not happy in the paint.
Yeah, we got to move though, man. Let's talk about the other side of the coin for the game, man. The Chiefs. Is that era of invincibility, is it gone now?
Not to me, because, and the reason I'm saying that is because Mahomes was trying last week. I think it's more so getting used to this receiving core. He overthrew some of those bombs, but he attacked. Last year, we didn't even see that many bombs thrown in the games. If you look right, he did a lot of that, and it was out of necessity. At least this year, you saw him open it up, and they tried to go deep. I think it's just going to be they just got to
what
get
the
used
necessity
to.
Was it the receivers or the?
It was injuries. It was injuries and the O-line.
The O-line.
It was injuries and the O-line.
So
injuries in the receiving core. Kelsey never looked like himself all last season at all, and the O-line. So he had to get
long
rid
in
of
the tooth.
Yeah, for sure.
He not gonna look like it this year.
Yeah.
They were talking about all the weight he lost. He old, dog.
He old.
He old.
You know what I'm saying? That spring ain't there. He can get loose every night.
Every night. He know how to get open in the zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he'll be fine. But
you hit two other things that I had to say about the Chiefs. It's just a bump in the road. It's still Patrick Mahomes. He still almost pulled it out with everything that was, the overthrows. You know what I'm saying? Is one of his targets getting hurt early in the game.
defense had stopped old boy on that play. He gets the ball back. You know what I'm saying?
That's my concern is the defense because 2 straight games they done got lit up.
Yeah. And look at
it's a pedestrian wide receiver group. That group from the Chargers not even that great for real.
And look at this process. When they had Tyreek Hill, your attack was Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. You lost Tyreek Hill. Now you opening up your playbook. All right, we working off. Everything is off Kelsey. He had a beautiful season that first season without him. Now he can't get open as much as he is. Can you start your playbook with him as the attack? Hell no. He can't get open. So they trying to piece it together.
I think when old boy comes back, it'll be Rashee Rice. I think who will be the focal point with.
Dude got to get Rashee Rice. I think
and then not Hollywood, but Worthy comes back. I think he was meant to be a big part of the offense this year. They said so going into the game. You know what I'm saying? So I think they'll have to adjust on the fly. You know what I'm saying? But I think there'll be a different team at the end of the year.
I hope they are because I got Pat Mahomes as my starting wide quarterback.
I think he hit some of those.
And Kelsey as my tight end.
So who you got?
Philly.
I got the Chiefs.
I got Philly.
I got the Chiefs.
I'm going to go
Philly Chiefs. I'm going to go Philly Chiefs.
You want a Philly Chiefs steak sandwich?
What you going to do?
I'm going to go Chiefs because they're at home. I'm not confident about this one. It's a
Y'all
coin
don't like
flip.
Philly defense.
I don't like the secondary.
y'all don't
Dog.
like
I really don't.
Well,
I don't like that
we
stuff.
don't know.
But we don't know with Jalen in there.
Jalen back in the game.
But I don't think they have the same edge rush that they had before. Because two of those dudes went and got paid. That was really getting after him in that Super Bowl. So it's like, can they get that edge rush like they did in the Super Bowl? And I don't think they can. You know what I'm saying? I really
get
don't.
pressure up the middle. They gonna have to.
I think Saquon gonna ball the hell out this game. He was revving up, and then you had the light situation or the weather situation.
He was getting stuff before that. He had 2 or 3 carries before the end.
Right, but he's that type of running back. He's that type of running back that can. That's what I'm saying, and we've seen it his whole career. Second half, he started break. He's not like, his game can sometimes be.
Why
like
are you putting a big onus on the? Everybody had to go through the same thing. Why are you putting such a big? You know what I'm saying? You carrying that break in the game has that much impact in what happened?
It affects both. It affects both teams.
It affects both teams.
We lived it against the freaking Ravens. They had the game under control. They turned the power out. We came out, and it was a whole new ball game.
Facts.
Y'all was losing.
It helped us, I thought.
Yeah, y'all came back after the power outage. Y'all was getting beat.
Listen, that changes. If you got to stop longer than you used to,
but it helped y'all. With what you saying, it helped y'all because y'all got better out.
We needed to regroup. But we got to move, fellas.
Stop the play.
But we moving in reverse right now. We got to backpedal. Because somebody team got caught slipping last week.
Do we got to backpedal or you know what I'm saying?
Drop back, backpedal? Because somebody got caught slipping.
Somebody got on the blind side. Did somebody get blindsided?
See, he thought we were going to let it go.
Hey, America, what should we call this segment? Because we're going to have these segments where we just had to go back in time from some things. Because we're not doing our Tuesday shows no more. So
we had to look back sometimes. We got to put it in reverse.
There's a drop back, a step back, or blindsided. Right. I say blindsided. You got blindsided by this. You got blindsided by the South.
I'm sure y'all know by now because you can see the hat. He's a Florida Gator fan.
The Southeast Central Florida State A&M Bulls.
South Florida. How long they been a
came to the swamp.
How long they even been a real football team?
Swamp, nigga.
Drain the swamp. We got to drain the swamp, and they did. What say you about your boys, Jerry?
Swamp
and that pathetic ass performance.
Swamp bagging.
It was a tough loss.
Bagging.
Never with Florida State.
It was a tough loss. Napier reverted back to his old days.
Blaming the coach, eh?
You still want him as the coach?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Just asking. Just asking.
Napier as the coach. But he reverted back. But I said this, and this is just my theory. He doesn't have a grasp on how to keep this squad motivated and focused. He hasn't figured that out yet. He may never. His coaching style just may not be good enough for the SEC in that regard. Because we looked a step slow on defense the whole game. We're already a smaller team as far as defense. And we gave up everything to this team. Like we looked like we weren't even prepared. We looked like we did not even know that they had a mobile quarterback. That's just how bad we looked all over the field on defense. So Napier has to figure out how to keep these boys motivated and focused on the task and not take these boys for light. I think the team probably partied all week and just took this team for light, and it showed on the field. I don't know what the hell Lagway was doing. This cat is running right and throwing deep down the middle of the field. He tried that shit like 6 times. It only worked twice. That's not fundamental. You're not that guy like that anyway, to be running and throwing the ball as hard as you can into spots. It was ridiculous. The whole game plan was whack. We deserved to lose that game, and we did. But yeah, if you want to talk about Napier is not the guy for Florida.
Greg, what say you?
Niggas in Florida selling that wall. Niggas in Baton Rouge Me oh my man. I was just looking to see this great DJ Lagway. Should we call him Chris Tebow now? Should he be Chris Tebow? Because he looked awful.
Awful.
I said that.
He's not able to run the ball. He's not a great thrower of the ball.
I said
He's nothing.
So you called him Chris Tebow?
He's nothing that they said he was going to be.
I said Lagway did not play well.
I'm just saying. I'm asking.
Based
I know
on
you
all
said
the
he's not playing
preseason
well,
hype.
but you was on his Johnson talking about DJ Lagway.
That's not factual.
That's very factual. Roll the tape, people. Go back on one of our college episodes, or even in the week before when the season first kicked off. You was talking to Noah's about DJ Lagway. I mean, where is the talent that Florida usually used to get?
Man.
What's happened
They don't want to play
with
for
your
next
program?
year. They don't want to play for next.
You guys have fallen all the way off. All the way off. You talking about us losing to Vanderbilt. Y'all lost to Southeast Central Florida A&M State. At home.
It's definitely a low point. You know what I'm saying?
Scoring 16 points. Your dude spit on the dude. On the last ditch drive.
Right. Just stupid.
Where's the discipline? Now I can't talk because we undisciplined too, but damn it, we ain't lose at home.
Oh, that makes y'all lost better because it wasn't in Tuscaloosa.
Yes, it does.
It's definitely not.
Yes, it does.
Not our non-old head days Gators at all.
No, definitely not your.
Definitely not my youthful Gators.
Definitely
the
not
Gators of my
your
youth.
Gators of the 90s.
It's not, sir. This is a whole different thing here.
All right, can we get to this
Ever
year?
since no, we got
I'm just saying.
We
It's
got
just
3 more minutes.
It's
to
just one of them
examine.
things where it's hard to look at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to watch a team that used to have such a proud tradition.
We're on to LSU.
You know what I'm saying? Be so
Trash.
irrelevant.
We're on to
That's the best word.
It's
They're
awful.
irrelevant.
It's awkward.
They're
I
irrelevant.
guess they're going back to what they was in the 80s and 70s.
Yeah.
When they was better known for inventing Gatorade.
Yeah, because that's about all they known for now. You know what I'm saying? Damn sure ain't football.
Y'all are a basketball school.
Basketball school.
Now. Throw that shit away.
But he is right. Let's move on to this week, bro. We
What
just
we got going on
We're
that
gonna
week?
pick the big games this week, dog. We're not gonna dive too much into them. It's early in the season. We're not even gonna lie like we've seen all that. I think I have seen all these teams play already.
I've seen a few of them, few plays here and
Yeah,
there.
I've seen all these teams play. But Georgia, Tennessee.
That man,
Georgia
man,
minus
no lie,
3.5.
I need to watch these play. I need to watch these teams play. You crazy. Georgia, Tennessee. Tennessee at home. I'm going for the upset. The Vols in Neyland Stadium.
Nah, dog. Georgia.
Good old
This-
Rocky Top.
Kirby Smart against this
Rocky Top,
offense.
Tennessee.
He beats them by more than 20 points. It's that hyper offense. Kirby.
Here's why I'm picking the upset. Tennessee's been on a high.
They high. They on the high.
They've been running off, but they hadn't played anybody. But Georgia hadn't played anybody either.
True.
And you only put up 28 points against a measly FBS school. That ain't.
I think that game was weird too, though. It had like a big stoppage and stuff.
Yeah, they did have a
Yeah,
stoppage.
It was
Y'all
weird.
go
too.
with the stoppage.
I'm just saying it was a weird game too. There
We
was
had a stoppage too.
I'm saying it was
Ain't
a
nobody
long
saying nothing about
stoppage in that game. You know what I'm saying?
Let's think back. Let's rewind.
This is the same guy that thinks
Let's
not
rewind.
having Draymond Green in the game don't affect the game. So I don't understand why you
Let's
can't look
rewind.
at stoppage of play being a problem for teams.
Because both
seen
teams
it
go through
forever.
it. Both teams go through it. Just like I
And-
have a
and
problem
bo-
with
and-
people
and both
putting an
teams-
asterisk on the 2020 championship.
and both teams,
all the
lose
teams
something.
that was in the bubble went through it.
Both
all the
teams
teams
lose
that was
something,
both
man.
teams that was on the field went through it. So yeah, every team has to get revamped. It's not an advantage. It's not an advantage. That's why I didn't bring it up against with Alabama and Florida State. Didn't we have a stoppage?
Alabama and Florida State.
We was already whipping y'all ass though, to be honest.
I was up by 10. Man, why Okay.
Florida
All right,
State was in control of that game the whole time.
Yeah, the game was in control.
It never looked like Alabama had a shot.
Control different than whooping ass, and we out the game.
If you play a game and it looked like you never had a chance to win, never, nowhere in the game on offense or defense.
What's that?
At no point did we look like we had a chance to win the game.
No
Because you
point.
said it at the beginning of the game.
I mean, when it kicked off, yeah.
Okay, then. So no point.
That's at 0-0.
That ain't no point.
That's at 0-0.
No, that's when it was 7-0.
He gave y'all hope at 0-0.
7-0.
They control the whole game. G.
All right, whatever.
Who you got, Jerry?
I ain't making
I'm
excuses.
gonna tell you
the point.
I'm
I hear a bunch of stoppage excuses for me.
I'm
No excuses over here.
I'm gonna go Georgia. Tennessee is just. I don't like the coach. Number one, I do not like the coach. When he first became the coach of Tennessee, he had a couple of good wins. They tore the goalpost
Bobby
down.
Hill? You don't like Bobby
They
Hill?
tore the goalpost down in his first season or whatnot. And ever since then, it hadn't looked like that. You know what I'm saying? They thought Tennessee was back.
Right.
You know, and
Tennessee
that's
is
just-
back.
I know somebody thought they was back with Nico. What's his name?
I am out of here.
Who was that? Somebody was saying
I am going to
he was the
UCLA.
The boy out of UCLA looking like garbage.
I am out of here.
That was your dude,
I
wasn't it?
thought Nico was gonna be a good.
Yes, you did.
I am leaving.
Boy, you was all on that after them 2 games versus Western Tennessee State last year.
Yeah, tried to tell him I am leaving.
But it is
That's
quite.
his name.
It is quite
Nico,
obvious.
I am leaving.
It's quite obvious he had a little bit too much El DeBarge in this game.
Give me Georgia too, man, in this one, man. Give me Georgia.
All right, so we'll see.
USF.
Y'all heard it here first. Tennessee for the upset.
Georgia. Give me USF, the Gator Slayers versus the Hurricanes.
The South Central East Florida A&M State
Gator Slayers. Who you got,
Gator
Jared?
Beaters.
At Miami? Will the Cinderella story continue, or is it over for them when they play a real team?
You know he's going for South
I'm
Florida.
going SF.
You know he's going for South
Going
Florida.
SF.
Got to legitimize that loss.
It's still you lost at home.
He got to legitimize.
lost
See,
at
they
home.
beat Miami too.
Yeah.
No,
Gotta go SF.
not gonna happen.
I'm going SF.
The U.
Yeah, it's the U all day. You know what I'm saying? This one not
It's
even.
the U.
And it won't even be close.
Carson Beck, baby.
They'll show you what a team
Carson
is
Beck.
supposed to do to USF.
Real quick, does Michael Irvin bother y'all on the sideline?
No.
Yes,
Why?
Doing too much.
doing way too much, dog.
Man, let that man be him, man.
You're trying to
That's
be.
him.
You're trying to have the cameras on you. It's over. Your career's over.
Y'all
dog.
sound
It's
like
done,
Rob
dog.
Parker, man. Get
It's
out
done,
of here.
dog. It's over for you, dog. Like, let it go, dog. Let these young men have their moments, dog. It's over for you. Stop trying to be the center of attention all the time, dog. Doing push-ups, doing flips. What are you doing, dog? What are you doing?
I'm gonna tell you what he doing. Trying to get some of that young skirt out there. That's what he always shopping for. the young skirt.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The
If
pink-
I
the
was
young
a
skirt
millionaire,
pink toe.
If it's 21,
I think his wife got MS or something like that. But
he's been taken care of for
yeah,
years.
she Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah, I think it's MS or say something. Dementia, early onset dementia or something like
What?
that.
Michael Irvin, chill out, man.
Leave Michael Irvin
He
alone.
dying his hair.
Leave the playmaker alone, man. The
I
playmaker.
know.
Then he got the YN haircut.
Right, right.
I
Like,
enjoyed the
this-
Shannon Sharp interview though. That shit
Yeah,
was hilarious.
It was cool. It was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all just don't like the
And he
playmaker.
talk-
No, it ain't that. It's just I'm with him. You trying to be a Y? You trying to look like a YN dude? You're
That's
not.
when
You're not.
that's when you shine and relive when you in the interviews,
Right.
And
Right,
with your
not on the
with your
sideline.
colleagues.
That's how he
And some
lives.
of these
Like,
dudes, some of these dudes looking at him. The funny part, some of them be looking at him and saying like, "Who the fuck is this dude?"
Let
That's the funny part.
let these boys
They don't know
have
you.
their shine. Let them have it.
Yep.
Don't do nothing on the sideline
Right.
but encourage and root.
Mike,
your
let
boys
Michael
on.
Irvin live. Let him live his life.
Man, all sweating,
Right.
Ain't doing nothing,
Oh,
man.
judgmental ass cats.
Stop.
All right, last one, man.
Corny.
Texas A&M at Notre Dame. Is this the annual game where everybody figure out Texas A&M not that good?
My
Is this
mind's telling me no, Turdane. But my SEC homerism is saying A&M.
This dude got an R&B hit list.
He was ready, locked and loaded, ready to go.
He got
ready to go.
That was off the dome. That was off the dome. That was off the dome. That was freestyling. I'm freestyling all of this shit, baby.
My bad.
I'm freestyling all of this.
Who you got, Jerry?
I'm going with the Bullet Heads. Notre Dame, no doubt about it. I like
Give me
the
Texas
way he
A&M.
coaches. I just like their coach.
For the upset.
For the W dub.
Yeah. I don't believe in Notre Dame like that. I root for the coach. That's all I can give. I do root for their coach, but I think Texas A&M this year is actually a balanced, looking like a well-coached team. Finally, you know what I'm saying? So,
well-coached.
So
team.
we'll see, but I think they're gonna shock them at Notre Dame in this game. I don't like Notre Dame offense at all.
No doubt.
Yeah. It's that time, fellas.
Bring the money.
Coming off a 2-1 week.
Show me the money.
2-1 week. A lot of people not gonna like these, but I'm right though.
We're gonna see.
I'm right though. Again,
You doing a six?
I'm doing a 6-pack. We're gonna call it a 6-pack.
Going with the
old head
6-pack.
6-pack. You know how it is when you're at the house by yourself.
You
You
doing
don't want
all-
12.
Let me ask you though. Are you doing this all on par? You parlaying 6?
I am not.
Or you doing money
2
line?
threes. I'm parlaying 2 threes. I ain't no money line. This is against the spread, baby.
2 threes.
Against the spread, baby.
2 threes. Okay.
2
I'm
threes.
just seeing what you're putting down now.
College.
Because I might have to go to pull
Oregon.
up Bovada today.
I know they try to scare you with the big numbers.
Yeah.
This game gonna be 49-10 or something like that. Oregon minus 26.5 at Northwestern. Take it to the bank all day long. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about it, he said.
I just told y'all the one I'm taking Georgia. Give the 3.5. Tennessee ain't that. Look at Georgia's record against Tennessee under your boy. They beat them by 20 plus damn near every time. That hyper offense, your boy Kirby got something for it every time. Every single
I
time.
might take the over on that game.
Tennessee ain't gonna score like that. You gonna lose.
50.
You gonna lose.
I can't get 30 out of Georgia
You gonna lose.
and 21
Watch
out
what
of
I tell
Tennessee
you.
at home.
You gonna lose. Watch what I tell you. And take Ohio State minus 30 versus Ohio. Easy money. You know what I'm saying? Easy
That one
money.
easy money.
Easy money. 2 of those are definitely easy money. The only one, of course, Tennessee at home always could be a problem, but
When they
I don't
put
think
the
so.
score that low, that scares me. Because usually Ohio State 40
50.
against teams like this.
Yeah.
36.
To me, it looked too good, though, dog.
It
It looked too good to me, dog. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
that's what always gets me when
It
they
looked
the
too
ones
good
that
to
look
me,
too
dog.
good.
Look too good.
I don't think a second. Okay, I'm gonna trust
All
you,
right.
Dante. I'm gonna
Minus
trust you.
30. Go with it, dog. Now, NFL 3-pack. Seattle plus 3 at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is overrated coming off that one win against the Jets. You think that's the Aaron Rodgers you about to get the rest of the season? Okay. Let's see what the secondary in Seattle got to say about it.
We going from the old Aaron Rodgers to an
Just
old.
old Aaron Rodgers. Exactly.
That was okay.
Take Seattle in the points.
Sam Darnold.
We taking points this week, baby. Falcons plus 3.5 at the Vikings. I like what I saw from the Falcons last week. They didn't finish it off the way they should have on defense. Penix, I think, is going to be okay. Bijan is definitely the truth. They will keep this game close at the Vikings, you know what I'm saying?
Plus 3.5.
Plus 3.
I
I'm
can dig
getting
that.
the hook, you know what I'm saying? So I'll take it
dig that
because
one,
I'm
man.
getting the hook, you know what I'm saying? And lastly, and this might be to your point about me maybe being off the Texans. Give me the Buccaneers, man. Plus the 2.5.
Go, Bucks,
at the
go.
Texans, man. That Texans offensive line just has me really worried, dog. I don't like teams, including mine, with bad offensive line, dog. I just
feel you on
don't
that.
like
I
it, dog.
feel
You know
you
what I'm saying?
on that.
It's a problem, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's the 6-pack for this week. Oregon minus 26.5. Georgia
6-pack.
minus 3.5. Ohio State minus 30. Seattle plus 3. Falcons plus 3.5. Tampa Bay plus 2.5. Winners.
sir.
Coming off a 2-1 week, looking to go 6-0 this week.
Hey, parlay all of it. All
Yeah.
6 of them things.
So let's roll into the big fight, bros.
Yeah.
Got a big fight coming up Saturday. Your boy, Canelo Alvarez versus your boy, Bud Crawford.
Bud County.
What's your thoughts, bro? Can Bud pull it off? What this at one? Is it at 168?
Yeah.
168.
That's my only. Bud is a more talented fighter. He's more skilled than Alvarez. Alvarez has skills. Don't get me wrong.
But his power didn't even transfer to 154 for real. So
Who Bud?
yeah,
he ain't knock out old boy.
right. So it's like, will it transfer to 168?
Plus, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Now, he's faster and a better boxer,
he's
but
a better boxer. But I
definitely don't think he can knock him out.
Yeah.
Though.
And they look like they the same,
Right?
But you know what I'm saying?
When you come
Alvarez
up
is fighting at a natural weight,
Right.
Bud having to pick up weight,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So will it translate as Bud that dynamic? Because that's the only thing he have to prove. Can he go up in weight and
Still be dynamic? Yeah.
You know, so what Alvarez is going to be presented with is a fighter that can box orthodox or
Right.
southpaw.
Right.
So Bud got to stay away from. He don't have to stick and
You
move.
taking Bud
I'm taking Bud
in decision?
in a decision.
Originally, I went Canelo out the gate when this fight was set up because of the size.
Right.
But man, I'm super torn. If they were the same weight, I would go Crawford, no question. But he's such a technician. The thing that I can't figure out is like whose type of fight is this? Is it Canelo because he's just the bigger fighter and he's gonna make it his style of fight, or is Crawford gonna be the technician that he is and it's just gonna be a typical? I cannot figure it out.
If Canelo can cut that ring off, it's going to be a long night for Bud.
Right. I can see it being a boring fight though. I really can.
It's definitely going to be boring the first 2-3 rounds.
I think it's going to be boring early on, man. Because one, I don't think he can stand in. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he can stand there toe to toe with Alvarez. I don't think he can fight that fight. I just don't.
He shouldn't try to fight that fight.
Well, he's such a technician to me.
I don't think he fight that fight anyway. That's not his style.
He works the fight and waits until he's figured the fighter out.
Right. Then he
go in and just and put them.
He's
things.
always
But is he gonna be able to do that with the bigger man at any point though? You know what I'm saying? I just don't see.
That's why I think it's gonna go the distance because he's gonna probably win some rounds, some technical rounds, but he gonna get hit with some shots, and he gonna learn to stay out of there. You know what I'm saying? Until he have him really figured out, he gonna get some pot shots in. He gonna land because Bud is a big puncher. That's what Errol Spence didn't know until he found out.
Yeah,
a lot of folks don't know that about Bud until they find they hit them hands hit that face.
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch my pick. I'm gonna go Crawford. I think this is what I see. I don't think he can win a boring fight. Y'all think it's gonna start, but I don't think he can win a boring fight. I think he's going to pick up on Canelo's tendencies early, and he's gonna figure out he probably already knows what Canelo's power game is. He already knows the punch that can lay him out, and he knows to stay away from it. I see him picking around that
2 weight classes. Oof.
I think I see him. I don't think he knocks him out, but I think he put Canelo on the ground.
I don't think he knock him out.
I don't think he put him on the ground.
I don't think he put him on the ground.
I think he win by decision. He gonna box. He's gonna box for 10, 12 rounds, whatever it is. He gonna box.
I can see Canelo thinking, "I'm the bigger fighter," and trying to fight his type of fight.
Try to get some body shots in.
And I think the technician
try to wear his legs out so he can get him cornered.
I think the technician.
I hope you're right. I hope not Crawford, but I hope Alvarez tries to push the action. And I think that's the only way it's going to be a really good fight.
Alvarez is a natural counterpuncher.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it could be boring.
He's a natural counterpuncher.
It could be boring. I don't want that kind of fight. I don't want to sit there and watch that. You know what I'm saying? While they both just seem to be
Alvarez
waiting.
want to watch you slip up and he going to catch you.
So we'll see, man. We'll definitely be watching, man. But if I had to pick
that's why Floyd whipped his ass because he couldn't out master that guy.
Right. So I'm gonna go Crawford in a decision too, man. I just got a feeling it might be boring and anticlimactic for real. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'll go Crawford. Like I said, by decision, man. We'll see. All right, fellas. We got to get to taking out the trash. Our signature segment. Got a serious topic this week, fellas. We all know about. Well, I've been calling it the shooting that happened. Charlie Kirk shooting, assassination, whatever term you want to use. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
a lot of back and forth
Killed,
online. You know
assassinated.
Yeah, a lot of back
Whatever
and forth
term.
online. You know what I'm saying about right and wrong or cheering about it. I've seen some of that online. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the interesting part. I hadn't seen nobody cheering about it, but
Well, some say. Well, when I say cheering, like when I say that, I mean more of. Well, cheer. Let's take cheering out of it. What's the phrase that we want to use for it? Non-compassion. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it that way. No compassion for it. You know what I'm saying? People not really caring that he got shot. So however you want to phrase that, people who don't not giving a fuck about the fact that he got shot.
So, but Jared, you had a strong reaction to some of the texts we went through. So you had.
So where are you on it, Jared?
You saying people were cheering? You seen people cheering? Did you say I was cheering?
No.
Okay.
No. I think I read into a lot of people's posts and responses to it as seeing people that not cheering, but
right,
want to be glad it happened. Right? Because of the climate, because he was a super bigot, super racist.
Kind of a he deserved it kind of deal.
Right. I saw a lot of that, but wanting to, implying it, but not having the balls
to say it,
to actually say it. I saw that all day. We're in a bad, in my opinion, and we're in a bad place in this country if the first thing that didn't come out of this was about gun violence, because that's what it should have been about, in my opinion. Yeah, he spoke highly in favor of gun violence in some situations, unapologetically so. Yeah, he did that, but that don't make him right. It makes him all the way wrong. But I didn't allow myself, because I considered it a stoop for the people that weren't willing to say it, but were willing to imply that. And I could be wrong. It may not have been people implying that they were happy, but it was a funny way to say, oh, well, to me. Now, do I care about Charlie Kirk? No, I don't know him other than what he does. That's all I know about him, right? So his death is just like anybody else that died yesterday. To me, I don't know him. I just know that the only reason I know he died is because of what he does, and they reported it. You know, it was on my timeline. He could have been, Sarah Jane or whomever that died yesterday, and that's just how I feel about it. But I don't think it was a win. And the reason I don't think it's a win is because I hold true. You call me a conspiracy theorist or whatnot, but I think this was sacrificing of their own type of move to continue to fan the flames, to cover up Donald Trump's stuff. And like clockwork, like you pointed out, Donald Trump went right on a microphone and just went right into what he does all the time, fanning the flame some more and blaming it on
radical leftists.
Did he deserve it? I don't think anybody deserves it. He was doing what any of us are supposed to have the freedom to do, to speak and say whatever the hell we want to say. And if he was killed for that, then that's wrong, because that could have been any of us speaking our minds and speaking about our freedoms and speaking against, what the right stands for. So, I just didn't like the feel. I didn't like the feel of it with people doing that. Your sister chimed in on my on my post and gave her thoughts about it. I didn't respond. I'm not gonna respond. She your sister is like my sister. I ain't gonna jump in and out with it. But I just, for people that just weren't willing to just come out and just say what they were trying to imply. Just, if you want to go that route, then step out there. That's his world. He lived in it. He stepped on it. He 10 toes down on it, unapologetic. But he shouldn't have been killed for it. But he was.
I don't know anyone that says he should have been killed, and I'm not one that says or celebrates he should have been killed. So I didn't know, where you were, what you saw or what people were saying that said they should have just came out and said, "I'm glad he got killed," other than they're saying, "Oh well." I am vocally and proudly in the "I don't give a damn" category, because he don't give a damn about nobody else's humanity if they're not white. He has made a lot of inflammatory statements, a lot of incendiary rhetoric he spews, and he deals in what we are seeing, and that has been amplified over the last 10 to 15 years. I say ever since Obama been in office, we've been seeing this growing anti-non-white sentiment that has been bubbling in the undercurrent of American politics for decades. This isn't the first. This is the first that they have had the platform that has been pronounced with Donald Trump as the helm and the arbiter of say what the hell you want to say politics and suffer no consequences. And that's what they don't realize. You can say what the hell you want to say. Freedom of speech, you are free to speak what you want to speak. But that don't mean it don't come with consequences. That don't mean if you go out and you say something against your, against your company, or say something that's inflammatory or incendiary or racist or bigoted, that your company can't take action against you. And if you incite such, if you incite an element that where people feel like they've been disrespected and feel like you have insulted their community, then you have put yourself in that predicament. And the reason that I know that he knew that he was in that predicament because he wore a bulletproof vest. So yeah, I am not happy. I'm not celebrating. I know that political violence is not something that we should aspire to. I know nobody's aspiring to do that, but we should not be in a situation to where our political beliefs cause such division. But what he is spewing is not political. It's racist and it's bigoted. And it's inhuman. It
dehumanizes other people.
Right. It dehumanizes what other people's humanity is. You have spoken against the people in Gaza who have been killed. You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever the Hamas doing whatever they did, which totally ignores all of the suffering that they've suffered under the Israeli regime. You can talk about the fact that he spoke out against recently after a school shooting, said something to the effect of, if we have gun deaths, then it's okay because...
If we have a couple of gun deaths, yeah.
Right, it's okay because it helps protect my Second Amendment rights. When you have no compassion for the people that lost children, when you have no compassion for the immigrants who are being dehumanized and put in alligator swamps or whatever, they got alligator Alcatraz.
Right.
You have no qualms about speaking out against people that are losing their kids at the border or being separated from their families. You have no compassion about George Floyd and whatever criminal you thought he was. You didn't have any compassion for his daughter, his family, his mother. You know what I'm saying? His brothers or all his loved ones. You have no compassion for any of those people. When Breonna Taylor got and I'm talking to the right, I ain't talking about just Charlie Kirk. I'm talking to the far right. When any of those people die, you have no compassion for that. Why in the fuck do you expect us to be compassionate for this dude getting killed? He wasn't for Christian beliefs, the Christianity that we grew up knowing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you for Christianity, the way that we grew up knowing
It
it.
doesn't start with love.
Right.
Then you know it's not real Christianity.
It's not.
It's not Christianity.
You can have a
'Cause God
difference
is
of
love.
opinion.
So yeah, so
But it's none of you can disagree without being disagreeable. And the tour that he was on was more of an indoctrination campaign to recruit young white boys,
right,
young white men,
which is
young
ironic.
white women to think the way that you think.
Which is ironic because now we find out it's a young white male shot him.
Who shot him.
So it wasn't us, but it's something we talked about last night to kind of turn the conversation a little. The vitriol that we see online still seems to be aimed at our communities. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, what did we see last night when they said white man stand up?
Right.
Stand
To
up
who?
To who? To who?
We didn't do it.
HBCUs having a lockdown.
Right. Why?
We ain't do it. We are the victims of your ire.
Overly passive sometimes.
See, that's the part that makes me think like I do. Like, Trump has needed cover every week. Every week about this
Epstein.
about Epstein, the economy, because he flat out lied when he ran for president. Everything he said was a lie, other than rounding people up and putting them.
But you can't
in prisons,
separate them
right?
too, because he came up supporting Trump. That's how he got his following.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of these dudes coming, Ben Shapiro's. You know what I'm saying? All of these dudes are coming up under the ring, under Trump's wake, if you will.
Yeah. So, and I want to ask a question on what you were saying. So you said that what he speaks of should come with consequences.
No, I ain't say it should. I said it does.
It does come with consequences.
It comes with consequences.
So if we're speaking about how we feel about politics and life and being humans, does what we say come with consequences?
It can.
It can, depending on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It can.
It can cause, so if somebody was the wrong person with the right mind frame to want to take somebody out because they disagree with what we saying,
right?
They can take us out. If you know what I'm saying, there's it like Charleston White. Let's take Charleston White for example. He says a lot of inflammatory stuff, and when that day comes, and he just said something about Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give a hell about that white boy. That's what he said.
White on white crime. That's
right.
What he said.
You know what I'm saying? His mouth can write a check that his ass can't cash. We've known that statement for years.
Well, since we were this big.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, that's what you disagree with that?
No, I think you're trying to put me in a category.
No. I'm just asking questions because I don't know. I ain't putting you in a category because I know we kind of think similarly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know you weren't coming at me about me saying that I was, you know what I'm saying, I didn't give a damn about what he was. I'm not celebrating it. I just wanted to make that clear that I'm not celebrating it.
It doesn't impact you internally.
Right. I don't feel no empathy. I don't feel no sympathy for him.
Yeah, I don't want you to think that I'm saying
his wife and kids, maybe. Okay, I know you're gonna miss your father, you're gonna miss your husband. You know what I'm saying? But he put himself in that predicament.
I don't want you to think that my comments is saying that people and you, everybody needs to, people needs to show compassion, because that's not what I'm saying.
No, I know you're not saying
that's
I know you're not saying
that's not what
I just trying to make
saying.
sure we delineate the two between people that say I don't give a damn to the people that are, because that's why I was asking for some people. I'm happy to have them glad, whoop de whoop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because nobody should be killed. Let me take that back. There are people that should be killed, pedophiles and Trump and them. Just
boy, you are.
I'm just tripping. I'm tripping.
He joking.
I'm joking. But there are certain things that we as a society have to realize that are truths and that are facts. The fact of the matter is, and we got to stop this two-sided situation. Yeah, there are political violence on both sides, but it's amplified mostly on the right. Y'all have to say it like you mean it. You have to understand it, for it is what it is. These people say things all the time. Trump is their main voice. He's their main loudspeaker. He says things all the time. Democrats are the enemy of the American people. He just said it, that the radical left, you know what I'm saying, caused this.
Right.
How? When you incite violence every single day, you have elected a man that, number one, is morally reprehensible, right? Morally reprehensible.
In every way.
Narcissistic at every turn, tried to overthrow a democratic election, don't believe in the Constitution, is a convicted felon, is a convicted
34 times over.
rapist or sexual assaulter civilly. This man has been elected twice to the presidency. This man has always spewed hateful rhetoric toward everyone. And we're supposed to not speak out against that. We're not supposed to call a spade a spade. And that, you know what I'm saying, because of that, we're inciting violence because we're calling him a fascist. You call people socialists. What's the difference?
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair to say that Donald Trump is in office because the white man wanted to show us that we can do whatever
the hell we want to do. This our country.
There is
That
no
we raped and pillaged
there is
to get
there is no doubt about it.
Completely.
There's no doubt about
genocide.
They were the original immigrants.
And there's no doubt that Charlie Kirk was a part of that belief. No doubt about it.
You literally poisoned the blood of the people of this native land. You literally did that.
Yeah.
You literally poisoned their blood.
Yeah. I don't want anybody to think that, I went off and, got on my knees or bowed my head and said a prayer for Charlie Kirk.
Well, yeah, clear that up, because if y'all got that from our conversation,
or
you're dead wrong.
Or if it, his wife, kids, family, or whatever. No, that's not, that's not what I did. I did wear my Utah Jazz hat because of that situation happening in Utah. I'm sure that his murder caused some trauma for some people. To that, I would say your ass should have been at the crib. I will say that much. But I definitely, I saw some people dancing on the fact, or dancing around the fact, but just weren't willing to come out and just
this the
just
thing,
go ahead and say it.
This is the thing, though, and we talked about it last night. We are in a climate that is ripe for civil war.
That's what Trump has wanted. They have wanted this since before. Ever since the insurrection, they've wanted bullets flying on American soil. I have no doubt about that. And after seeing the insurrection, I fully believe that they're going to do any and everything possible to do it. The man has deployed troops for no damn reason. He has deployed troops for no reason at all. Not in the states that favored him, that where the crime rate is high, is higher than everywhere he sent troops.
And this is the crazy part. They had been saying, the people that was inside the administration last time had said he wanted to do that the first time.
They quoted him as saying, and I think, if y'all correct me if I'm wrong, when the protest was at the church and he went out there and had
BLM, yeah.
He was giving the order, or trying to give orders, to have them shot in the legs.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it. Yeah.
And they would not do it. The question is, when he creates that situation again, because he's going to create a situation like that again this year.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Will the order, has he put the person in place to when he gives the order, they do it this time?
Yes. What do you think Project 2025? Man, listen. I'm telling y'all, Y'all can, you know what I'm saying? Don't be fooled by the media coming out with all this, you know what I'm saying? We have to pipe down. Yes, we do have to pipe down, temper down the rhetoric. But we have far exceeded that point. They are beyond the pale. They ain't finna. You don't think they're gonna retaliate? You don't think they're gonna retaliate?
And to be clear,
you don't think they're gonna retaliate?
And to be clear, when you say they, and you're saying
talking about
we're
the
talking
radical
about,
right.
we're talking about, we're not talking
The
about
ones that are
all
radicalized.
Republicans.
Right.
We're not talking about all Republicans.
We're talking about the ones that have been radicalized already.
We're talking about the racist bigots that want civil war and that want black people to perish, that want black and brown people to be subservient.
So what? And
that's the people that we're talking about.
Because we hear those terms all the time: radical left, radical right. What percentage of people are we talking about?
We ain't talking about a big percentage, but at least 20, 25 to 30% of the Republicans are radicalized. And maybe that same percentage on the left.
The strongest part of his numbers, I'll say.
Right.
The strongest part of his numbers.
The ones that move the party from
the type that say into
moderates,
real conservatives.
Right.
Yeah. The type,
to what it is now. From Republican to MAGA.
The type that we've seen say into microphones, he can commit murder on the White House steps, and I still vote for him. Those people.
Them.
Right.
Them.
I guess my only issue with this Kirk thing, and I've been watching the coverage and everything. They don't even do that truthfully. They don't even tell the truth about him. It's like they won't even say anything negative now.
I posted something last night. It was like, look at all the stuff they have to avoid.
Right.
To vote, to speak up for, all the stuff they have to look past.
Because they don't want to be seen, these channels don't
to
want to
support
be seen
their party.
as blaming him.
Right.
But my issue is you're making it worse because you're not telling the whole truth about what just happened. And that's what's bothering me. Tell the truth about who he was and what he was saying. Like you and I were just watching it. They didn't mention any of it. None of the things he said.
He was a good Christian man.
And I'm just like, well, why can't we even tell, the media can't even tell the truth anymore?
So,
and that was CNN. That wasn't Fox or MSNBC. That was CNN.
Massa was a good Christian man too.
And though that what you just said brought me to two things. I thought about it last night at work, and I'm one of them is a question y'all can answer after I said the last part. The question is, do we ever does the FBI has the FBI already been ordered to stop trying to find this dude?
Oh, they found
him.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
okay, I didn't get that information.
They got his name and everything.
Okay,
they found him.
His dad turned him in.
His dad, and guess what? His family all Republican.
Of course. I knew it was gonna be one.
So,
of them.
question before we get out.
I knew it was gonna be one of them.
Would you have turned your son in if it was him?
Not me. I wouldn't. I wouldn't turn him in. The police do your job. Son, get out of town. I'm not turning my son in.
Turn him in? I just shot Charlie Kirk,
and I'm doing it from the aspect of I know what Charlie Kirk is.
I would rather have a child.
Wait, who he is?
I would rather have a child and give an honest answer. I can't. I can't.
Oh,
no, I'm just saying I can't.
I might give you that.
I can't.
No, I would not turn my son in for killing Charlie Kirk. Police, do your job.
That's a tough one though. That had to be a hard decision for that.
Now, if he killed somebody that wasn't speaking ill of people,
but you almost about to say it. You almost about to say he deserved it if you don't. You know.
No, I'm not saying
he deserved it if you don't turn your child in.
I'm not turning my child in.
So what would be the premise for not turning him in?
Because I'm protecting my son.
Even when your son did wrong.
Even when he did wrong, that type of wrong. If it was if he raped somebody, then yeah. He molested somebody, yeah. He murdered just an innocent person, yeah. But he's not a totally innocent. I'm sorry. I'm
honest. Hey,
I'm speaking honestly. I am not turning my child in for killing Charlie Kirk, who is not for my people.
You giving an honest answer.
Yeah, I didn't see that they had. I didn't see that they had.
Again, that don't mean I'm
I fully expect.
condoning his murder. I am not celebrating his murder, but I ain't turning my child.
Tyler Robinson.
I fully expected. I fully expected them to come up with him 7 years from now. 7 years from now, I fully expected Trump to have told the FBI,
there was too much heat on that FBI guy. They were gonna catch him.
Hey,
They were gonna catch him.
stop looking.
They really didn't have nothing.
Nothing.
It's just like in 7. You remember at the end of 7, they had an idea of who he was,
Right.
but they didn't know where to find him. They didn't know where to
He
look.
texted his friend trying to tell him to go get the gun or something. I read, and then he talked to his dad, and his dad convinced him to. Yeah.
I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
The whole thing just, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was going to come out his, this was an attempt to.
But they wrapped up for us.
Wrapped up.
Now what?
You threatening HBCUs.
Off of white on white.
Are y'all expecting an apology from the president?
He was
To
on,
who?
Right. He was on Good Morning America this morning.
He was on Fox and Friends saying he could care less about tampering down the racial, not the racial divide, but the rhetoric, the violent rhetoric.
So
He said that.
So the thing I thought about last night, all this has brought me to this, and this is not going to be a popular belief at all. But the teachings of Garvey is what we should have been raised up on, instead of this Bible toting.
Man, you better say that shit.
Christian
You better
belief
say that shit.
and being in the church. I grew up in the church. At one point, I told y'all this story about one time in my life I was going to church 7 days a week. That wasn't it, man. We should have our entire life. This is just me. I feel like
I disagree.
I feel like my entire life should have been putting our history and where we came from deep rooted within us, and not waiting.
You in the wrong church.
Not waiting.
My church did that.
Not okay.
You in the wrong kind of church.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
That's why I said mine.
Yeah.
That's why I said me. And I said, I feel like that should have been instilled, and not waiting on the schools
to do
it. And the mission from birth to now should have been family, economics, and get the hell out of America. I really feel that way now. Because that's
strong.
This is not our country.
Once we were freed, I agree with you.
Get your shit together. Get your family together.
That sounds good.
And get
you
talking about though at a time when we had when we weren't so indoctrinated.
Oh no, I agree. Society. But I'm talking about going over there. By that time, they'd already raped Africa anyway.
Well, but
they own it now.
But
true.
But that's true.
I didn't even think about that impact. Africa wasn't even.
Yeah, they own it now.
Yeah,
but the mission
during that time, you got to think about the Dutch,
the British.
I feel like the mission.
French,
they had
the Portuguese.
But if the mission is for everybody to get their shit together and go back to Africa, then we all going back over there with something to help strengthen the company. I mean the country, and to raise up a whole nother nation.
There have been a time that could have worked, yeah, but that was way before our time, though. You know what I'm saying? That could it have worked a long time ago, maybe. But you got.
I don't see any reason why it can't work.
No.
I don't see any reason why it can't work.
The same reason that right now they put in power in Africa the people they want in power, because they own it. They own Africa still. The resources coming out of there, black people don't get the most out of that. White people do.
Except for Nigeria.
Right. And why do you think they killed the old boy in Libya? Because he wanted to start his own bank. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to start an African bank with all the gold that they have, which could have supported it. A world bank. They weren't going to allow it.
I'm 50.
They're not going to allow it.
I'm 50. Right? I'm 50. A 50-year time span of people my age making that voyage, making your success here, making your bones here, and getting your family and moving up. You talking about 50 years of that and 50 years of improving everything that needs to be improved. That helps. That helps.
That's a long, drawn out conversation, man.
We don't have time to finish today, but man, hey, it's a lot going on in this country, man. A lot going on. But thank y'all for joining today on Trash Talking with the Old Heads. We appreciate all the support. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Smash it on YouTube.
Whatever finger you like.
Whatever finger you want to use.
Use your tongue.
Either one of them. Smash it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can join the Facebook group, man.
Use your tongue or your nose.
Man. Again, we appreciate all the support and love, man. Till next week, we out here.
Peace.